All right, I'm gonna have you step out on field sobriety real quick. Make sure you're sober, good to drive.
Well, I'm not going to perform my field sobriety.
I want you to perform field sobriety.
Why would I? Why would I give you probable cause to take me in? Do you think I'm DUI?
I already have probable.
And you take me in, and I'm going to blow on your actual test, and it will be completely sober, sir.
This man was pulled over for allegedly running a red light. The officer immediately began demanding identification and proof of insurance. The man calmly complied and handed over his registration, but couldn't locate the insurance card. Despite this, he answered all of the officer's questions respectfully. Still, the officer appeared to be fishing for something more, eventually asking if the man had been drinking. The man clearly stated he hadn't had anything to drink that day, but the officer had already assumed that he did, and placed him in handcuffs for a crime he didn't commit.
Deputy Rash, Frederick County.
Hey,
all of these are recorded.
Yes, sir. How are you,
ran a red light.
What?
You ran a red light.
I ran a red light? Is that why I'm being pulled over?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Which light are we talking about?
The one at Lowe's going north on 355. I'm not here to argue. I need driver's license registration, please.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Insurance. Oh, I know that's at least one of my registrations.
You can have this one back.
Oh, thank you. Is my license not in here? My license might not be in this car. That's crazy. I have a valid license. 100%.
Where are you coming from?
Where am I coming from? I'm coming from Monrovia.
Anything to drink tonight?
Have I had anything to drink tonight? No, sir. I have not had anything to drink tonight.
You sure?
100%, yes.
What's your name?
Totally sober. My name is Levi. It's the same one on that registration card.
Okay.
Yeah, everything on that is the same. I can't believe I don't have my license on. I must have brought it in because I know I usually keep my wallet and things like that in here, but I know I took it out because I made an online purchase recently. So I guess when I took that out, I must have just not brought it back in here. But so I apologize for that. But everything on that registration card is active and current, as you can see. So yeah, I mean you have no you can run me. It's all good. Everything will be good.
You still live in Monrovia?
Yeah. That everything is current. So everything on that is good. Okay. Yeah, everything will check out.
I didn't, but he's getting run through it. Just because I don't smell anything doesn't mean much.
Well, no, I mean, he's dressed like he was out somewhere.
Yeah. And he straight up crushed that red light. What the fuck?
There's no question about it. And took a minute to pull over.
And has been repeating every single thing I've asked him.
It's like he's stalling to figure out what he's going to say. Constantly looking to the left and to the right.
Very report, 2129.
Officer. What's going on?
Over there.
Oh, hello, officer.
All right, I'm gonna have you step out on field sobriety real quick. Make sure you're sober, good to drive.
Well, I'm not going to perform my field sobriety, but I will step out of the vehicle. I don't have a problem with that.
Why won't you perform field sobriety?
Why would I? Why would I give you probable cause to take me in? Do you think I'm
I already
DUI?
have probable cause to take
What's
you
a
in.
DUI?
What's a DUI?
Well, no, what is your probable cause to think that I'm under the influence of alcohol right
Driving
now?
behavior, speech patterns.
What about my speech patterns?
It's not something I'm going to get into right now. Do you want to perform field sobriety or no?
Well, no, why would I give you that? Because
Okay,
if
then
I do,
I'm going to take you to jail.
go right ahead.
Okay, turn put 20 cents back.
You think that I'm DUI right now? This is insanity. I can't wait till you take me into Frederick County Sheriff's Office and you take me in and then I blow on your...
I got one tonight.
I blow on your... I'm going to blow on your actual test and it will be completely sober, sir.
5-1-1095.
Yeah, I'm 1095 right. I'm going to remain silent at this point, so thank you.
That's fine. So what's going to happen now is you're going to be read your advice of rights through the MVA, okay?
Thank you.
Do you have anything on your person to cut, stick, or poke me?
No, officer, I have nothing that's going to harm you.
Okay.
Stick you, poke you.
Open your mouth for me. Lift your tongue. Up. Yep. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Any piercings, dip, or anything that I've missed?
I do not have piercings, and if you ask, do I chew tobacco?
Yeah.
No, sir. I do not chew tobacco.
Okay. This could have been real easy, man. If you had anything to drink, this would have been real easy. But I'm just going down this path, so that's fine.
All right.
Okay. Come on.
Thank you.
Yep.
I have a cell phone in there.
Oh, we're gonna tow your car.
You're going to tow my car?
Yeah.
Okay. That's insane. Okay. I assume at some point there will be some sort of medical examination to determine whether I'm actually under the influence of any substances, and there won't be...
No, I didn't say get in, just stand there.
Okay, that's fine. And again, I just want to reiterate for the record, I am stone cold sober. I have not had anything to drink. I have not taken any drugs.
You're not giving me a chance to exercise that, so based on my observations, I'm going to take you in.
Well,
And if you want to blow zeros, that's fine. We're still within our right to tow your car.
I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Do this investigation, okay?
I hear what you're saying. I didn't believe, am I required by law to perform a field sobriety exercise? I didn't believe that I was.
It's called implied consent. It's on the bottom of your Maryland driver's license.
Okay.
I'm going to have you just in the back while we do the paperwork up front. You just hang out right here. We'll do the paperwork real quick. You want to grab your stuff out real quick?
I just think this is a shame tonight. This really is.
Okay, I've given you my opinion. You've given me yours.
I understand. I mean, you are
Step in the car.
arresting an individual right now who is not
Sit in the car.
DUI. Okay, I'm sitting in the car.
Based on the observations I made,
Okay, I
I
understand.
determine you might be under the influence. There's more than one substance.
Am I-
Just shut up and listen for a second. There's more than one substance to be under the influence from, all right?
I understand.
You're not
the
allowing me to
difference.
do the test to either confirm or deny that you're under the influence of anything, so I have to go based on my observations. So
I
I place you
understand
under arrest for that. Even if you blow zeros, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your refusal for the test gives me probable cause. Okay?
Listen,
All right, so-
I do hear what you're saying.
So you want to continue to argue it and tell me how smart you are, that's fine.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm
You are.
just letting
You've
you
been
know
arguing
that
every single thing that I've done.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm just letting you know.
Hang tight on it.
You have been stopped or...
Good, dude?
Bro crushes a red light in front of us at Lowe's Lane. Just going northbound. So I light him up. He proceeds for a quarter mile, just refusing to stop. Slows in here, just like darting all around. Walk up, eyes are bloodshot. Hands me 2 registrations. Goes sifts through his credit card. Says I don't have my driver's license on me. I'm like, okay, step out of the car and do field sobriety. I'm not performing any tests. 1095. So that's where we are now. He's like, I'm gonna blow straight zeros. I'm like, okay. I don't give a fuck. So he's sitting here giving me his opinion on how everything should work.
Alright, I'll get the tow story.
I appreciate it. No.
If eligible, a temporary license valid for 45 days. The following periods of suspension shall be imposed
Yeah,
against
go
your
with the bit.
license or privilege to drive in Maryland. If you refuse to submit to a test, your suspension shall be 270 days for a first offense and 2 years for a second or subsequent offense. If your test result is an alcohol concentration of at least 0.08, but less than 0.15, your suspension shall be 180 days. If the offense involves a motor vehicle accident that resulted in the death, in addition to any preliminary tests that were taken. Having been so advised, do you now agree to submit to a test?
You want to take a breath test?
Yes, officer, I would. And I just would like to state for the record, I believe my vehicle is still on and running. If someone wanna, I mean, I don't know, maybe they.
It's getting towed, so the tow driver's gonna need the keys.
Well, the keys are in the ignition, so
That's fine.
yeah. But I just like I don't. It might still be running.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Mail North Patrol, anytime anyone.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Go on now, watch your step.
Yes, officer. Thank you. Thank you, officer. Is this right here? Okay.
Thinking about it. There we go. Alright, come on, DUI.
For my sake, I hope it's tonight. Stand up.
Yep, I need to take a nice deep breath. You're gonna seal your mouth on the top of this mouthpiece and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Understand that? Whenever you're ready. Come on over. Nice deep breath and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Keep going, 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 keep going. Keep going, I can stop. Have a seat. When it's ready, we'll do that again.
Yes, officer.
How about you? Any copies of all this? Right now I need a signature from you acknowledging that you agreed to take a breath test and took one satisfactorily. What we have now is what's called a drug recognition expert on his way to check for any additional substances.
Well, come and take my blood and urine too. That'll be a better resource to be able to run it through. Is that funny?
Yeah, because all you had to do is take field sobriety tests and said you want to act like this.
I don't want to act like anything, sir. I have to exercise my rights.
And,
You know what I mean?
and now you're forcing this investigation. So, I mean, if you enjoy
understand.
spending the night in the hospital and doing the evaluations, giving blood, that's on you.
Well, here's the thing. I don't, but at the end of the day, there are certain things that I have to do to make sure that my rights are protected, because when men in uniform, you guys are the state, right? And I'm considered the private. When the state comes down on the private, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'll need a
something?
signature, man.
Okay. I know you. I understand you need a signature. Right here?
Yeah, signature of driver. As
So-
you, as the private.
I would usually like to read all of this before I sign it, but
That's what
roughly.
was read to you and placed in front of you in your lap. You're welcome to give it a read at your leisure.
Was this the audio that was played back in the car, the 7 minute and 42 seconds?
Yep,
I
and
think it
placed in
was.
your lap. Yep.
Placed in my lap. Okay. This was in my lap the whole time. It was dark, so I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
place cards
This
in
is the
that
same
way.
document. Okay. Advice of you have been stopped. You refuse to. No, I'm not. Well, I'm not refusing to submit to a
It
test.
says if you refuse to
If
submit
you
to a
refuse.
test. In a
Okay. I'm
hypothetical
making sure.
situation.
Hypothetical. Okay. Listen, I would love to spend more time reading this, but I will sign it. I don't want to.
I mean, you're not obligated to sign it. If you want to read it, read it. I don't care.
This is the title says advice of rights, so I guess it's just notifying me of what my rights are. So
As a Maryland driver's, yep.
yeah, okay. Which that title at the top certainly helps. Would you like this back, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. You're more than welcome. In Japan. Thank you.
Have you signed this one quick?
Oh, what is this one right here?
This just says you have 0.00 alcohol in your system. So there's no alcohol in your system. That's all this machine was reading for was alcohol.
I already knew that.
Alcohol. We have to do that test.
I know, that's fine.
So sign the bottom for me. It says you're receiving your copy of that paper.
Okay, so defendant signature,
Yep.
that's me.
Yep,
I
that's
admit.
you.
Okay, thank you.
We're going to run your DRE test in the other room. Just drop this in your pocket.
Okay.
Just grab your form. Oh, we're not crammed this tiny little room.
Understandable.
Alright, you go see right there, alright?
This is my seat right here. Good evening, officer. How are you?
I'm Corporal Arc, Maryland State Police, my ID6495, here for my body cam, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
It's my understanding that you've agreed to speak with me today.
I have not agreed to that. I was going to ask what's happening here right now. What are my rights as it relates to what is happening in this room right now?
Well, no trouble whatsoever. I explained that. It's totally fine. I was called a drug recognition expert. Someone who's highly trained to be able to tell impairment from things other than alcohol, drugs, controlled substances, medications, things like that. Before I do anything, I do have to review your Miranda rights. But I can, before I go there, if you want, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them.
Yeah, so what's your background?
What's my background?
Yeah, your background. You said that you analyze people and you recognize to see whether they're under the influence of drugs specifically?
Yes, sir.
So what's your background that gives you the ability to be able to do something like that?
11 years patrol of the state, and then I took not one but 2 different classes with the state police in charge of DRE recognition.
Like a college background? Or
It's
not?
not a college course now.
Not college course. But you did take some sort of, is it through the state of Maryland?
Yeah, yes, it
State
is.
of Maryland program, okay. And you got certifications in being able to do the kind of activity that we're doing here in this room right now?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, very cool. Very interesting.
Yeah, it actually is very interesting.
So, and you've been on the force. Are you, you're state police?
Yes, sir.
State police,
So
okay.
I'm not.
There is a Frederick Barrack.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every county has one? Okay. Okay, very cool.
I do have to read you your Miranda rights.
My Miranda rights, yes sir. Thank
Because what we're going to be talking about is going to dip into things that could potentially mean incriminate yourself. Give me 1 second. Should anything legal actually be going on? Not saying anything is, but you have to read these rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write may be used against you in court of law. You have the right to a lawyer or answer any questions and have a lawyer present at any time before or during questioning. If you now want to use this as a lawyer, but cannot afford to hire one, you will not be asked any more questions at this time, and you may request a court to appoint a lawyer for you without charge. If you agree to answer questions, you may stop at any time and request the assistance of a lawyer. No further questions will be asked of you. Do you understand these rights that I've read to you?
Yes, I do.
Do you agree to speak with me?
At this time, I'm going to exercise my Miranda rights and also my Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution, and I'm going to assert that right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you very much, officer. Do you have anything else for me right now?
Not at this moment. I mean, if you don't want to do the DRE eval.
Well, I mean, I am going to actually, you read me those rights. Those are my rights, yes?
Yes, of course.
And I'm going to exercise them.
Right.
As I'm sure that
I was
you
under-
would respect or you would understand.
I'm not going to ask you anything. I was under the impression that you wanted to do the DRE eval to prove that you weren't impaired. But
Well, actually, what I said to the officers earlier was they did, and I said this to them on the scene. I said, if you would like to give me a breathalyzer, I'm more than willing to take your breathalyzer to see what would come up. And, you know, I know it's 0, so we did that. They brought me here, and we did that. But I also said earlier that I would willfully submit to what's required, I believe, under the Maryland Transportation Articles, which is the requirement for blood, urine, or breath. So I've done one of those at this point. There are 2 outstanding. If they would like to go about effectuating that, I'd be more than willing.
here's the problem. It's okay if I call you Levi. It's Levi,
You
right?
can call me Levi.
Mr. Levi, that's the problem is what we're working towards was the blood. And now that you've invoked Miranda, I can't get you there. So that's fine.
Okay, well, I'm going to invoke my rights.
Yeah, I mean, you already did, so it's
Yes.
kind of all done with it.
Okay, well, I'm letting you know. I don't know if that's, they breathalyzed me.
Yeah.
That wasn't-
Yeah, no trouble.
Okay, well, thank you, officer. I appreciate it. All right, I'll keep my phone. Oh, whoops. Thank you.
All right, you're not going to
I understand that. I will follow your orders and comply with your
just
wishes.
have him sit back in the room.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Or you lead the way, officer.
Yeah, I'd prefer if you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where I'm going.
Right here. Right here.
Right here,
Yep.
right back to where I originally was in this
Yes,
nice
sir.
brown wooden chair that looks like it was constructed in about the 1960s or 70s.
It does indeed.
A lot of people have sat in this chair, that's for certain.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Just a few. Just a few.
You have somebody come pick you up?
Do I have somebody that could pick me up?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, I don't, you're asking me that here and now. What time is it approximately? Do you know?
Well, getting it right out here is going to be your problem. That's why I'm asking.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm saying if they were far, you can start making phone calls.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I don't have much of a choice, so I guess the answer to that question would have to be yes.
All right, so make sure you check this is the reason I stopped you. All right?
I understand that,
Get you out of
officer.
here, okay? All right, but here's stuff.
All right, are you ready for me?
Yep.
Okay.
Your car is only a duty. You gotta come up here with proof of ownership of the vehicle. To receive a tow slip to get the vehicle out of the lot, okay?
I need to come,
Back here with proof of ownership of the vehicle,
like a title?
or a registration or something like that.
Well, I have a registration. Like what the registration I handed you, is that sufficient?
It's in the car.
But like, is that sufficient? You said I need to come back here and present ownership of the vehicle. Is the registration sufficient?
Yeah, but you'll need
If I
your
come
license with it, but
Oh, yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
on
get
file.
it if it's in the car.
I will get it.
You're gonna get another copy? Okay.
Listen, are you talking about my license?
You'll need your license as well.
I will get that.
Have proof
I know
of
exactly
ownership.
where my license is. My license is sitting right
Okay.
in right on my dash.
The officers violated this man's rights by placing him in handcuffs and taking him to the station for a breathalyzer test, without any proof that he had been drinking. But the test confirmed exactly what he had said from the start, a 0.000 alcohol reading. Under Maryland law, a DUI arrest requires clear probable cause, and the officer failed to present any real signs of impairment. That made the arrest completely unlawful. Even though he was proven innocent, the man still paid the price. His car was impounded, he faced medical expenses due to stress, and he went through the trauma of being arrested for the first time in his life. Meanwhile, the deputy showed no remorse, laughing with other officers and brushing off the 0 reading as if it meant nothing. This case is a clear example of how unchecked power can ruin lives. It shows that even when you know your rights and the truth is on your side, standing up to corrupt cops can still come with a heavy cost. This body cam footage deserves serious attention to stop this kind of abuse from happening again.